He arrived at Atletico, the Andalusian side have only managed to win 1 of 15 games against the Argentinian's team. And in particular, last season's 5-2 loss still stings for Sevilla. The home team are ready to fight hard to overtake the Madrileños in the league table, but the visitors will do everything possible to improve their chances of being league leaders and assert their candidacy for the title. A true gift of a game to end the Spanish festive period.
So there you have it, a very enticing fixture for this today, the King's Day in Spain, and we can actually head straight over to the Sanchez Pizjuan. There you have live images of the two teams out on the pitch warming up, and over to Simon Hanley, who's going to be commentating this one for us, so he can read out the latest team news as well as the lineups. Hi Simon.
Hello there, Semra. Well, yes, we do have the lineups confirmed for this fascinating game, as you call it. Quite right too, third place team against second in the Sanchez Pizjuan. Pablo Machin has made 3 changes from the side that fought out that rather disappointing 1-1 draw against Leganés back in December. Nyanyon comes in for Mercado, Banega for Amadeo, and Sarabia for Mudo Basket. It's Thomas Vaklich in goal, the back 3 of Nyanyon, Carispo and Sergi Gomez. In midfield, playing wide, Jesus Navas and Sergio Esquero, with Eva Banega, Roque Messi and Pablo Sarabia. And up front, the goal-scoring partnership of Ben Yedder and Andre Silva. Basket and Mercado are both out suspended, for Banega and Pablo Sarabia back from suspension. For Diego Pablo Simeone, just 2 changes made from the side that beat Espanyol 1-0 last time out. Juanfran comes in for Arias and Thomas Lemar for Kalinic. They line up with Jan Oblak in goal, Juanfran Torres, Savic, Godin and Saul at back. In midfield, Koke wide on the right, Lemar on the left with Rodrigo and Thomas Partey in the engine room. And up front it's Angel Correa who will be joining Antoine Griezmann. On the bench for Atletico, Adan Arias, Jimenez, Montero, Vitolo, Juan Munoz, the 19-year-old, and Kalinic. And on the bench for Sevilla, which I didn't mention before, Soriano, Cayer, Amadou, Nolito, Promes, Arana, and the youngster, 17-year-old, Brian Hill.
Simon, thank you very much. Now, we just saw the lineups. We saw these two teams will be squaring off against one another today. And as we know, Sevilla are obviously a huge attacking threat with the likes of Eva Banega, Sarabia, Ben Yedder, Andre Silva, and so on. But Machin has never actually lost to Diego Simeone as a manager. He didn't lose with Girona last season. And we know that if anybody can put a stop to this attacking threat, it's Atletico. So where do you see this game being won or lost today?
What's interesting as well, Atletico seem to have difficulties to attack a team that defends with 3 men or 5 really. And they haven't been able to beat any team that has faced them that way this season. Having lost only 1 game all season, it means that they're able to not to lose, but they seem to have difficulties to actually have a fluent attack when they get so many players defending. In the case of Sevilla, it was important that Jesus Navas recovered fully from his injury, and he's not fully recovered, but still plays. And without Mudo Vázquez, it's Roque Mesa who's going to replace in the midfield. I think Roque Mesa hasn't got the quality of Mudo Vázquez, even though Mudo Vázquez is not natural in that position in centre midfield. But what's interesting in both cases, these games tend to be won by players on the bench, and they both have full benches for different reasons. Atletico Madrid are trying to reduce the wage list, so they're getting rid of players and they're getting youngsters that are not fully formed yet. And in the case of Sevilla, they have the money, but they need to bring 2, 3, even 4 players if it was Machin's way. And meanwhile, they've got a bench that doesn't solve problems for them.
I think it's interesting that the players missing is that they've had a little problem for Atletico in the left-back position.
Right.
No Lucas Hernandez, no Felipe, so Sal appears to be playing out today. It's one of the many positions that he does play.
And he does very well everywhere.
And he's a direct opponent to Jesus Navas, so that's going to be good to watch up and down that flank, because Sal's going to want to get forward. We know Jesus Navas can. And I'm still slightly bemused as to why Kalinic doesn't get more opportunities. He fits the bill as the direct replacement for Costa. So if Costa's missing, the obvious replacement is Kalinic, but Correa